So ngingebekelela kakhulu kulesibilo oluhle kuzophela October. So I'm here to give you the breaking news and the breakdown of what is happening kumkhonto wesizwe news. So as siyabonga ngoba, first of all, I'd like to take this opportunity and thank everyone who follows my pages, who follows my social media platforms. TikTok, guys, you're doing wonders. Thank you very much. You have become my first love. Senintshontshe ngisho nina. Senintshontshe ngisho i-social media yami. Angisakwazi ukukhuluma into engiyithandayo nje. Sengahlale ngaba umkhonto nje. Bengiqhamuka Commander Morning. Kuyinto enhleke. So it's fine, guys. That is life. So siyabonga kakhulu. And those Facebook followers again, thank you very much. Ukulandela nokubuka ama-update engiwenzayo ku-YouTube and so forth, ku-X, which is former Twitter, ku-WhatsApp wami. Wo, it's buzzing. Uma-ke nje ngaposta, uyazi ngiposta nento eyihlanyayo ngoba manje ngiyanibona ukuthi ngihlale ngifuna ukubona ukuthi ngithini, ngenzani, kuphi, ngenjani. Kuyinto enhleke leyo. So this is your national spokesperson. Wabalaphi bendabuko abeze kanjalo namakhosi. So siyabonga kakhulu ke bafowethu. Let me just go straight into the point because there's a lot to talk about. Kuningi umuntu okumele akhulume, but ke ngizoqala lana. First of all, I just want to share a sentiment of one of the scriptures in the book of Psalms chapter 23 verse 5 that we all know. So why this chapter is very important? Because it's one of the David's most quoted Psalms 23, and everyone knows. But I want to stick with Psalms 23 verse 5. I want to share something very important. Phela bathi kumkhonto asibizwanga siyizele. So mesizele ke bafowethu ke wena uxakwe yini uma thina sesikhona? Woza nawe. So yes, Psalms 23 verse 5, David speaks of a very powerful scripture lapho athi khona he lays the table in the presence of my enemies. When dlala itafula phambi kwami ebusweni bezitha zami. If you have to go in and understand, for those that study what we call the church history, they will tell you when David talks about that table, it's not an ordinary table. What is so important about the banquet is a table which is set and invited by the kings. Sundays, Sunday devotions, June 7 zomningi nala office in Pumu 2-3 ekseni imini yonke kubanjwa ama meeting MK, and then my offices have become the second home of MK la enkabeni yetheku. Ama meetings weekend in, weekend out, during the week kunenguyazana ekhona. Ngazi ke ngoba kuthiwa kuzodilwa nama parallel structure, ngithembe ukuthi nami ngeke sembalelwa kubantu abanikeza abantu ithuba lokuhlangana benze ama parallel structure. But anyway, abantu abasuke bekhona, abantu abasemthethweni, it's just that sometimes we can't even share some of those things which are happening in those meetings because kusuke kwakhiwa iqembu nenhlangano kuliwa nalabo abalwa nabo. So going back to the banquet table, it is a table which is set by the king, and the king invited those which are very close to him into the heart of the king. So laba basenhlizweni, laba phakathi abasenyongweni yenkosi, inkosi bathumelela imemo zokubamema. So izitha kaDavide ke ebese icabanga ukuthi njengoba zingazwani noDavide zimzonda, mayithola imemo evele enkosini, inkosi imemela etafuleni lenkosi, ebese ziyamholodela uDavide, and then they boast about it that, you know, you David, you are nothing. Tina, we are the friends of the king. We sit with the king and the king dines with us, you know, and we have 12 glasses of wines and everything. And then with David, not knowing his enemies, that even himself, he is the friend of the king and is being invited by the king on the same table, on the same event, which is only special people. You come in by invitation only. And what is so important about the banquet is not only just that you get invited by the king, but it is the position to where you sit with the king. That is what is more important about the banquet. So in other words, the closer you sit to the king, it shows how important you are to the king. So the more uhlele eduze, ngoba baseduze nenkosi, bona abantu abakwazi ukuhlala nenkosi ba engage, ihleke nabo, isho amanqoko, ithathe ulwazi noma ibe nezinto ezibikayo, ifune nama advice kubona. So that is the most important thing. As they say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So the Bible cabanga ukuthi abantu, if you are the enemy of of a particular person, and then obviously the king will be so. And abanye baze bacabanga ukuthi because bona bamenyiwe wena umenyiwe kanti abazi ukuthi bazophoxeka when they find David not only that he is only invited, but he's sitting more closer to the king. And that is what the saying to say he lays the table in the presence of my enemies. When dala itafula phambi kwami ebusweni bezitha zami kuqhamuka khona. Why am I saying this specifically? Because it's what is happening la ekhaya kwa MK, la abantu khona befuna ukwenza izinto ngendlela zabo, and they think because bazobaba ebese becabanga ukuthi bazoba ngama gatekeepers, bacabanga ukuthi bazokwenza izinto ezizobenza babonakale be like relevant, bebalulekile kanti abazi. Nabanye thina mesikhuluma abazi ukuthi sihlala eduze ngakanani, baningi abaphoxekayo nabaphoxekile, and ikakhulu nje badilwa nama parallel structures. So I want to start there, guys, ukuthi don't take, I always say never ever challenge my intellectuality, because you will always come short. Ungangikali ngamehlo njengamanzi ophuthu ngoba uzophoxeka ngohlobo lomuntu oluyinkinga kabi abangaziyo bayazi. I'm very dangerous. yasho lonto. So bathi-ke ngikho lapho I'm that boastful because there's been some development which has been happening behind the scene. Angikhethelanga bafethu kuba umkhonto ngawuthanda nje ngawuthanda, angibizwana ngayizela mina, and ukuyizeleni kwami ngathola amathuba, and amathuba ngawasebenzisa into its fullest. So nekhundla enginazo ezinye zaze eziningi ongeke uzuyithi into ongeke uze wenze lutho ngoba angizange ngizenze nje ngoba ngithanda, kodwa kubonakala ipotential yazo ukuthi ngadlala indima enkulu. So I'm very grateful and very humble when it comes to that. Angifuni ukukhuluma ngami ngoba nina ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi kwenzakalani kumkhonto. You want to know what's happening kumkhonto weSizwe MKP. The very first thing that has happened ukuthi yes, officially ubaba uMsholozi ugedlehlekisa amadoda ingane kaMamzobe nogcina amazwi ilwinile icala ebibhekene nalo izolo, hayi kudala, izolo nje. Izolo bayazi abantu ukuthi bekune meeting lapha eOnomo la behleli khona kuzolungiswa ama structures province kuqhutshekwa phambili emva kokuthulwa kukaBaba uWillis Mchunu. And there was a case which was put on the which was put just before the elections, whereby they were challenging ukuthi ubaba akakwazi ukuya eParliament because unamacala and so forth and so forth. In that case he has won. In other words, now he can go as the #1 in the list yabantu abaye eParliament, and that is very good news. We know ukuthi ubaba not saying that he's not interested, but he's got other interest, which is building the organization and making sure that he works behind the scene. Bakhona abantu abalandiwe strategically ukuba benze kanjalo. So that is very important. It is the first breaking news ukuthi ubaba ulwinile icala. Now we can go. Number 2, when it comes to cases, the second case that is on hand, because I played a very vital role in information which was there, and I'm one of the leading people who got the information, who still got it up until today, which was used ukuvulwa kwamacala, okudlwebengulwa nokubhambadiwa kwama-result eqembu ngendlela esaswine ngayo. And lelo cala nalo futhi libuyileke seliseyithebeni. U-IEC ucelile ukuthi unikeze 2 weeks ukuze ukwazi ukuthi ubheke izinto eziqhubekayo mayelana nelokuqala. Siyazi ukuthi-ke noma sekuthanda ukuba late njengenhlangano, now we're looking forward in 2026 and 2029 i-plenary lapho ezinye zezinto ezenza ukuthi kubambezeke izinto zingenzeki. It's because sasinethemba siphushela ukuthi lelo cala athethwe ngoba sinobufakazi obanele, and I have it with me. And thanks to the commanders, thanks to the cadres, thanks to the deployees, thanks to the national structure, even to entrust me with that, and as a national spokesperson, which is an alliance to the MK, it's not just directly a political structure, or rather a political position, but it is an alliance to the MK, because siyazi ukuthi umbono MK uthi amandla obusele emakhosini. So ngisebenzele nalokho, which I'm very proud of. Kwangagcina lapho sengikhona nabantu ezinohlonze news. I'm one of the executive directors ezinohlonze MK News, which is a growing newspaper ekhona isatholakala online where sibhala khona ngelimi engaphezu kwey'ntathu, and we want to go broad and end up as covering all 9 languages, or sorry, all 11 languages akhona kwezinohlonze. And some people they've seen, we've been having our meetings, thanks to Dr. S.S. Mkhize. Ngiphinde ngebe futhi kwi-board member ye-workers desk yawo MK eholo lapha ubaba uTB Ngcobo Bishop. Siyakwazi ukuba busy kwakhe wehla wenyuka indoda kaNkulunkulu iyabonakala. One of the videos sihambele lapha eNewlands, I think ukuthi lapha went white. It's one videos which went viral. Uma ngabe kubonakala silwa nabantu bokufika silwa nabantu kungathiwa silwa nabo kodwa silungiselela ukuthi akwenziwe izinto ngendlela okuyiyo phakathi kwezwe lethu sakhile ukuthi asikwazi ukuhlala phansi kwabantu becebile sihlupheke kubeni thina singabanikazi bezwe. Asisho ukuthi abaxoshwe kodwa sithi abantu ababesila South Africa ngokusemthethweni babe namaphepha afanele nendlela efanele, yonke into ilandelwe. Manje kade sibhizi nenkampani, kade sibhizi nebhedlela ko King George, sike saya khona abasebenzi bephethwe inkosi yami insizwe edumile lana kweZuma sikande ngengisho ngegama. Abasebenzi bakhona yathatha icontract yaxosha abantu yafaka abangani babo sadila nakho lokho directly nalapha yane RK Khane senzokufanayo nakwezinye indawo. Kade sibona manje sidilwa noMac inkampani yakha insipho edumile la eSouth Africa lapha eGoli exhaphaza abasebenzi. So it's not only abantu bokufika, uMK uzolwela ukuthi wonke umuntu akalingane, ingcebo nomcebo ahlukaniswe ngokulingana nabantu amalungelo abo mawahlonishwe nangokomthetho kahulumeni. So asibona uNdlovu kayiphikiswa, sibona ogcoba ishiye, kunabantu abaphelelwa imisebenzi, kunabantu so ziningi nabo MKG which is Umkhonto Wesizwe Governance have been put to be one of the head yabantu abafacilitate ukusebenza kwe-MKG, abantu abafuna ukwazi ukuthi kwenzakalani ngomkhonto wesizwe governance, which is one of the growing again alliance of the MK edila nama-volunteers. Ngeke ngakuthinta sengatholile ama-message, I've received the messages, people are very interested to come on board and volunteers, and people they know ukuthi sike sasho sathiwa kunamaholo azokwenzeka when we go in details. Ngisazocover konke lokho but ke angiqale lana ke. Number one, ama-parallel structures bakithi we are dealing with them very decisively. Siyakhumbula ukuthi kunenkinga after ukhetho ngakumemezela lokho ukuthi everyone who was a convener, everyone who was an organizer, everyone obekade phethe isihlalo, everything was dissolved. Number one, and abantu bangayizwa lento, and I kept on telling you guys ukuthi it's been dissolved. Secondly was the issue yokuthi kuzokwenzakalani nge-elective conference, and we stated ukuthi ubaba I stated very clear ukuthi ngenxa ye division namanje sabona abantu betoyitoya benza yonke into. You can go back and relate in the story I've just shared with you, Psalms 23 verse 5, ukuthi abantu bacabanga ukuthi ukukhuluma nobaba nokuhlala nobaba noku-endorsa ubaba kubenza bakhukhumale baphenduka amaqigogo ebese beba namakhwapha avuvukele, kanti baphetha njalo lana ulala namhlanje uconvene uvuke kusasa uyimember eordinary. Kuyabonakala ukuthi abeze ngeyikhundla kwenzakalani. Mina noma zonke zingathathwa angizanga ngeyikhundla, ngisebenza ngoba ngikuthanda iqembu futhi ke Nkosi yami nginganceketheza imuntu. Ingakho even my own space, my own offices has become the second home of MK national, provincial, regions, ukuthi kubanjwe kuona ama-meetings there, various meetings that abanjelwa lana. Ngize ngihambe ngo-1-2 intathakusa emsebenzini, obviously including my own businesses that I'm running concurrently with what I do with MK. That is why sometimes ngibona kuphela isikhathi eside ngingabonakala. So parallel structures are being dealt with decisively kuma-region, sub-region, kuma-branches, ngokwama-province, o-convener kade bakethi bephenduka ama-gatekeeper bevala ukuthi kungasebenzeki abantu bekhononda. Ngiyazi kakhulu one of the most challenging places bekuyizululand namanje which I'm part group yakhona. So kuyavela ukuthi Nkosi yami nginabantu abasizayo la ngoba beswipe it yabo. So ke ngoba ngiyarekhodwa, but anyway it's fine. So ke Zululand was one of the very challenging regions KZN, and others obvious amanye awasazi namine wadilamba laphayana mningi umsinde khona abantu bengazi kusetshenziswa kanjani, bahlela ama-meetings iqhamuko convener bathi ngitshele bani bekumele kubhalwe incwadi namhlanje ungazibhalwa kuyiphi background and so forth. But again that comes into an end indaba yama-parallel structures, which again touches one of the most powerful and the most respected a wing ya ANC sorry yawo MK ngobaba kade kuyi ANC namse ngisho ANC yawo MK, which is do or die ke ama-social MK a-protecte ubaba ese-president, kuthe noma ebekwa amacala ongekho emthethweni ahamba ayomvikela, uthe noma esememezela ukuthi u-MK uzongena ube inhlangano bama naye, but the reality ukuthi they become a problem to a certain extent. Lokho akushiwo mina, kushiwo izenzo ezenzakalayo, and we still respect them, and lokho asidicileli phansi negalo laba abadlalayo nolwazi abanalo ngokwempi nanokulwela umzabalazo. But as you know ukuthi 2 weeks ago ubaba elapha enemlazi kwabakhona ama-scaffolds, and this touches because I remember when I did like update, I think my last update ekhuluma ngalokho when I was introducing i-MKG umkhonto wesizwe governance. Nakwiwadi yami uqobo lapha ePinetown kwakune-challenge egroupini kuthiwa manje mfundisi ukhuluma ngalento thina sithola komlomo abangathethi imanga ngeke ngibabize negama, which are part of i-do or die. Abathi lento ye-MKG ayikho ayaziwa, kwaliwa kwathi noma ngichaza ukuthi hey ningakhulumi ngathi niyazi, njengoba sengishilo ngathi uPsalms 23 verse 5 usamza yonke into apho ukuthi kwenzakalani, kwadla ukuthi abiswakani leyo nto. But-ke ubaba has taken a decision to come down azolungisa nalezo zinto eziphathelene ne-do or die. Ukuthi kuzokwenzakalani asazi, but they are the part of the team noma yama-members of the MK, well respected. Ubaba afuna ukuhlala phansi alungise nabezinto ukuthi uxoxwa kancane ngoba kuhamba kuhambe kubona ukuthi kuyaphumeka nasesandleni. So we hope ukuthi it works good for the political party, kungabi for the organization yethu MK Suthandayo. But it's just to mention the few, and I know which again, as a national spokesperson, we had a challenge which back in April, would dissolve and Umubaba a deal and a triple AM. And then there was other bodies which came in claiming Guti. Amelaba abezenkola amelaba khosi amelabela bendabuko, and nakhona futhi kwabona ukuthi kunokudideka kwakhona sebethole nencwadi, and one of those which is very fortunate esasikhuluma kusukela kwasekuqaleni, which was FBO, faith-based organization, nafuthi ngamanye yama organization abezenkolo eseze kwavumeleka behlangene i-interfaith yahlangana neRanco kwakhiwa inhlangano eyodwa bayimeme FBO ukuthi azoba ingxenye, kwabona lungazi ukuthi kukhona la ngabonwa khona ngasolinye kugcina nama-structures awu-2. I'm so happy ukumemezela ukuthi as a national spokesperson, because nengisebenzisana nabo ku-national level bese sithatha isinqumo sokuthi sizodila namakhosi nabelaphi bendabuko ney'nduna ngoba kule uhlangothi lwezenkolo kumaxabo, kodwa-ke siyathokoza mase sizwe ukuthi nabo sebeyabuya bazoba ingxenye, of which I'm going to cover it in details in the next few minutes. So zonke lezo zinto which was pulling aside benza ukuthi ingenzeki nama-national conferences, but sekuyabonakala i-direction ukuthi kuyiwaphi nokubambezeleka kwezinto ukuba zenzeke. So-ke ama-parallel structures ubaba uyadila nawo, i-do or die, FBO, MKG bafethi khona. We are still looking for ama-volunteer, and ngizoba in details of which when I said that uma ngikhuluma ngiphethe ubufakazi obuqandula ikhanda, ngikhuluma into engafakaziwe, of which prior to umemezelo we already had a meeting, or rather i-team ye-MKG besike yaba ne-meeting no-national treasurer umenzi Magubane kwahlalwa phansi, and there is a funding which is coming for this project yama-volunteer. But-ke abantu bafuna ukuzwa njani, there will be details yawo ngoba okuningi kusenziwa namhlanje njengoba kulwesibili besima-talks ukuthi bekumele ngabe umuntu usegoli kuyohlala kufinalize zonke lezo zinto. Ngiyabona naku-WhatsApp kwami abantu bayeza bezobuza senze njani, siredi, sisebenza kanjani. So-ke bekumele ngabe umuntu usegoli, but juku ukuthi-ke yase-national sihlele ukuthi ize la eThekwini kwi-meeting nebikade ise-Onomo emva kokumenyezelwa kwabaphathi ababili uSibusisiwe Mkhwebane kanye noWellis Mchunu, of which everyone remember very well ukuthi my last update yayithinta indaba kaWellis Mchunu. Ngasho ngathi lo sulile eqembini kagogo uyabuya uzoba usihlalo weTheku, ngangamusha igama ukuthi ubani ngoba ngase ngitholile ishisa ayihamba phansi ngumlomo ongathethi imanga nogwajo oyikhundla khundla lalela inqokonqo umqebhulu ogebhezi enkosi yami ingcula buchopho so ke it's finally been announced and izolo bekulapha neOnomo which is umakhelwane wami la ehotela lahlalwe khona kwadingidwa and it's officially bethuliwe ukuthi uzoba uconvener weTheku and eMpumalanga kwazoba uBusisiwe Mkhwebana and we are busy dealing with other provinces as well and all the political structures of the MK as the alliance partners of the MK to give you guidance, including uhlangothi lamakhosi abezenkolo nabelaphi bendabuko. We're going to be having a follow-up meetings esizobe sinawo bekumele ngabe namhlanje sibe ne-meeting ngo-10 but ngezathu ezithile sasesinquma ukuthi ke njengoba sekumenyezeliwe ukuthi sekubuya ne-FBO asibanike isikhathi kuzobuya kuzohlanganelwa la enkabeni yeTheku ehhovisi elikhulukazi which is the second home yo MK la ekhaya la kwababa umfundisi uNgubo so ke kuyabuya kuzohlangana lana namanye ama meetings aqhubekayo so ke I think I've covered a lot when it comes to that so ke ubaba umenzi Magubane National Treasurer we are planning to have a meeting with him ngasese eKhosombeni before the end of this week or rather while he is lana eThekwini to finalize lezo zinto so imininingwane ukuthi kuzokwenzakalani ngeMKG siyabadinga abantu abazovolunteer kunama surveys azokwenziwa abantu sibadinga ekhaleni zonke bengibusy ngiqoqa information Department of Education unions and stuff like that kuyasetshenzwa behind the scene uma ningasibona no kuyasetshenzwa ziyakhala nangapha futhi ku ezinohlonze news as an executive and a co-founder yazi izinohlonze news sidinga abantu kuzosetshenzwa kusazoba busy but it's busy bonke abantu mababe busy so ke it's official ukuthi FBO kanye ne South African Interfaith and Religious Council izohlangana bekumele hlangana namhlanje so last night ebusuku siphinde saba ne-meeting ethatha isikhashana so ke sizonquma cishe this coming weekend umnikeza abantu because it's going to be a national consultative meeting esizobe sinayo ngoba kumele batshale konke ama branch kuyakhiwa ke manje so ke FBO we welcome you kuSaika thank you very much brothers besingaqabene bekuyilokho ukuthi bekunezinto ebesingaboni ngasolinye okwenza ukuthi ipolitiki ibe munandi kodwa ke sesindawonye kuyalungiswa kanjalo ezinye inhlaka zazenkolo belaphi bendabuko so because we've been requested ukuthi sibalande all over South Africa to come ubone ukuthi as the national is doing the same we must copycat that njengoba ngishilo ngathi eMpumalanga neKZN has been covered we're going to Gauteng we're going to Limpopo we're going to Northwest and all the other 7 remaining provinces and once the leaders have been put in accordingly then kuzobe sekwakhiwa ama structures ama branches I've said ukuthi everything has been dissolved and with that breaking news guys I can tell you that in the next 3 weeks plus it's been confirmed izolo emva kwemeeting yase-Onomo ubaba uhlale walinda kunezinto abayilungisa uze wafika late so ke kunazo lezo ekhulunywayo ukuthi i-National Consultative Conference imbizo kind sort of is going to take place in Johannesburg in the next 3-4 weeks or so so that by end of November beginning of December you might be able to see in national conference yo MK ihlala okokuqala abantu bebekade beyibuza ngayo kuzoze endabeni ya i-constitution you know ukuthi constitution iphumile kunezinto ezenzakalayo iphumile after engagement na national nawo kamaphathi kubonakala ukuthi ayikakaveli lento yokudlala indima ephelele kwamakhosi ohlangothini engikulo-ke engilwelayo kakhulu ngiyawacela amakhosi nabamele amakhosi bangithinte bakithi bathumele ama-database sifuna ukwazi ukuthi ubani ukephi amakhosi in general so lokho-ke siyakudinga esisebenza so-ke sekuvelile futhi uma ihlangana i-national working committee yawo MK ukuthi kusazophinde kudingidwe kubonakala ukuthi kuchibiyelwa kanjani ezinye izinto ezithinta ukusebenza kwamakhosi okuhlangothi ngiliphethe abelaphi bendabuko kanjalo nabezenkolo ngoba we've been adopted as part of MK and the people who play a vital role to make MK live. Yabona nje ngeke bafethu siqhubeke inyanga zingaka sihlulwa abantu abangazilutho. So sithi ke nansi gijima nangusathana iGNU iyahlakazeka falling apart. Indaba ababuwelisa imchunu it's clear he started hitting the ground running. We're gonna have other meetings, follow-up meetings, as I've said, during this course of the week. I think we'll see any meeting as will be corner because partially in provincial offices is a value of which vele kusebenza i-office lelabantu abalaziyo ukutholakala khona izinto okwenziwa kwana amakhadi nani but kunaleli beliyimfihlo belingaphesheya kwalo sebazi lapha eWaterfront la kade kusetshenzwa khona ngoba bafikela khona nama-meeting as a played a vital role kade ngikhuluma ngendaba yokulanda ngobufakazi ukuthi played a very vital role. Still got information yalokho nje icala actually yabuya and I've done research and data capturing yawo MK and then when it comes to devolution into engangayazi ukubheka ukuthi amakhosi so ke we have to deliver I have to deliver that report ukuthi amakhosi ke nabezenkolo nabelaphi bendabuko basebenza kanjani ku government sphere. And I was studying ngibuka ngokwamazwe which was a task which was given nationally ukubheka kumazwe njengo United Kingdom siyazi ukuthi kusebenza uQueen lapha kodwa kunobukhosi ebukhosini but bese kwakhona political body erana i-country ngokwepolitiki la kukhona ama-ministers. They don't even have a president. The head of the country is the Queen herself. Noma ngithi the Royal House. Then kube khona abanjengo Kenya, kube khona njengo Canada, which was a lot of work that I started to do as early as March. So nakhona we've done that ukubuka ukuze ngizofuse so ke sizofaka inyama emathanjeni. Niyabona nje national ngibhizi webakithi bonke abantu ababe busy. So ke nalokho futhi kuzolunga kahle. Sesiyaphambili kulabo abangazi kulabo abakhethiwe ngokwe provincial KZN uWillis Mchunu was chosen as a convener sebenzana noKhaidu Magasela Mzobo uVusi Mvelazo Sibusiso Hadebe Canon Mdletshe bese kuthi national command team uSpiso Qulu convener uCecilia Mpontshana uGobe Zizwe Makhanya kanye nomongameli uGedlehlekisa ingane kaMamzobe Nkosi yami kanye nogcina amazwi okuyena ke umongameli wethu ubaba uJacob Gedlehlekisa Zuma who will be working as a national high command nendaba kaWillis Mchunu sengiyidlulile kuyona namanye ama-provinces. There's a lot that I need to cover but I hope ukuthi konke ngikushilo kuzwakele okuphathene ne-way forward kanjalo nama-breaking news nendaba ye-BRICS abantu bafuna ukwazi kwenzakala nge-BRICS currency. You know ukuthi ubaba he is the founder, he is a founding member ye-BRICS. So njengoba i-BRICS siqhubeke lethi currency entsha ezodla idola. Uyabona manje ukuthi idola liyanyakaza izwe umhlaba uyadungazela and ubaba ukhavile kakhulu kwi-last media briefing indaba yalokho sibe ukuthi i-geopolitical effect. So ke ngeke ngisangena khona kakhulu but nje lokho ebengifuna ukusho ngokwe MK governance with having ama-follow-ups yawadinga ama-volunteer will be giving ama-details ezinto ukuthi kwenzakalani. So siyabonga kakhulu guys. Thank you very much. I will come back with the other update mekukhona uma ngabe ningangiboni nazi ukuthi kuyasetshenzwa kulalwa. So ke kuyilokho MK besithi gwaza mkhonto gwaza jikijela mkhonto jikijela phatha nqamalala phatha amandla